Alright, so assignment 3, we're looking at creating the application to create hospital list based on the binary search tree. So we're going to read in the contents from an Excel files, right? And we're going to add the object, which is creating with the hospital class to the BST. So this resource to show you how to read in from Excel file is from here. Now for this one, it's only support the .xls file so far. So if you want to include the source code, you can go to this GitHub, right? So let me show you again. If you want to import this, so let's say we're going to go to file, and we could open the projects from Git new form, right? Project from version control GitHub. So if you have the GitHub account, this is the place where you put your password. And paste the URL to the file here. And you can click clone. Alright, so if you get a failed, mean the URL that you get is not correct. So you're not supposed to get this URL. You're supposed to get the git clone URL right there. Copy. So switch back. Do the clone again. New project from GitHub. And clone it. Now, yeah, it's already existing, that would say, because I already cloned it once. So if you want to try, I can remove that location. So we're going to remove the files from this location, see users, since I already cloned it once. But I'll try to show you again. In your scenarios, if you never clone it once, so it should be okay. But if you do, then in order to fix this problem, you probably has to remove the whole folder. Alright, so now let's try again. Since I just removed the whole folder. Alright, so it's cloning. Let's do it in a new window. So once cloned, you see that it didn't come with the libraries because JDK library is not here. The code is only the source code itself for the project. It's not supposed to have the libraries on the GitHub. So to fix this, since this is should seem that just the project, just regular project, we need to recreate a new project. So just recreate a new project and go to File, New Modules, but now from existing source or project. Yeah, from existing sources. Recreate a new project again from the new existing sources, which is a source location that we just imported in from GitHub. This is one way, or if you want to copy and paste some code, that's fine. But for the huge project, you don't want to just copy and paste some code manually. You can just recreate a new project. Idea project. And this is the existing location. So we're going to create again. If you want to use the framework, you can use this too. You can import project from different IDEs like Eclipse or with the Maven framework. Now I'm going to just do the create project from existing source. Now it's picking up that I also have the jar. This is for POI that reading the Excel files. You jar libraries for Java to use in the code. So it said please review libraries found. Like it's going to include the library list here for us. At this stage, you can set library names that will be used in the project. Exclude particular libraries from the project. And also start to include the 1.8 SDK libraries for us. Like I said before, we don't have that, right? Just import files. We don't have any frameworks in our project, so finish. So a lot of program that creating in the real world Java application, they use a lot of framework, like Spring is for the web application framework for Java. Hibernate is for the database when you're mapping to the database. Now we have the project that has all the libraries that we need. Let's see if we can test this program that we just import in from GitHub. Test.xls. Okay, so it's looking for and not found it. Alright, so we can try to put the absolute path in files. See users, username, ID projects. Maybe I can copy it from here. Okay, just do Ctrl C from there. Alright, let's try to run again. Alright, so if you look at the contents of the test.xls, I'm going to open this in Excel. We have this in rows and columns, so we're able to read the contents in from Excel. Right, so and this code pretty much just try to open the file name that we specified, and one thing is, since I provide the absolute path, if I share this code, you import it in, it's not going to work because your absolute path is going to be different user's account. So have to be careful with that. So now read the file in, get the sheet at location sheet 0, which is this sheet 1 in Excel, right? That's index. And then I throw it through the rows. If it has more in the rows, keep reading by rows. And then get into the cells for each rows. Put into the data.add. Data.add, if we look at data, is the list. Alright, so we keep adding to the list, which is a part of the interface collections. Like, we know when we import, right? List is here. Java library. Now, since it's an interface, so that's why we have a method add that we can access to that. So we add the data into the list. And if there's no problem to read the files, then there's no exceptions. So finally, close it. Right, so close the Excel files that we said file open here. Whatever it is, either there's an error, no errors, finally it's going to close it. Right, when it's not null. If it's null, that means it's closed already. And then we done reading in, right, into the list. Now to print out the contents from the list, so that's why we do this part. But in your project, this one is not necessary. This one is the part that you're going to have to display on the GUI. That is the function that you have to modify, right, which is the create a hospital GUI here. We did load the Excel file already, right, so we'll display the list on the finished loading. Alright, so one thing is the contents here is only read in as a text file and display it. But requirements here is also before you displaying this, you might want to put this into the hospital object, which we need to create a hospital object. Now, we can create a new package here, right? And keep building the project from this code. New package as the model hotel, or we can expand the one that we already have. Right, but we just pretty much just copy the code over into the new one. Or import the code into the new one, either way. So, I mean, from the new one to the existing one. This is from assignment 1, right, when you create account. Since the requirement also say you have to integrate this module to create account modules, right, from assignment 1 and 2, right? And hospital GUI will show up once passing authentication. Like load the GUI here, right? Use a mouse button to locate Excel. Right? Now this is just a test program that includes Excel in its source code. You need to fix this to get the file path from browse instead. Alright, so same thing there. I start to move the code over to this existing project, and I can include all the libraries, Excel files, and I think I put in all the models, read Excel files right there. So once I run this, also get the list of